it's Shira7. I'm back. Today, this video is going to be about how to handle negative people. Now, I'm sure that everyone has come in contact with a negative person who always wants to talk them down, talk them out of something, tell them their ideas won't work, and so on. Well, these negative people, they might not understand what they're doing at the time. And a lot of times, they have no idea that they're being negative. So sometimes you just have to work with them because you can't avoid them, like especially if they're at your job or in your family or a close friend. And even close friends can be negative. And it's not their fault, and it's sometimes they're not really trying to sabotage you, but sometimes they are. So if it's a close family member or a friend, they might not really be trying to sabotage you. They just might be afraid for you, or they might be worried about you, or they might not choose the same path themselves. So they're trying to direct you towards a new path that they see fit. Now, the problem with this is they're not living your life. They don't feel what you feel inside. They don't understand why you want to do certain things because they're not walking in your shoes. So how to politely, I should have named this video, how to politely, avoid negative people. Well, you don't even have to avoid them, but how to handle them. You say, oh, okay, well, that's really nice of you. I'm glad that you're concerned with my well-being, but I have to try. Or I really want to try this, and if I fail, then I have learned a lesson. I've gained some knowledge. So we can't learn unless we make mistakes. So give them a few little quotes here and there and make them feel better. And if they just keep coming at you, forcefully, then you have to put them in their place, because some people, they have that personality where they would just push and push. So you have to say something to get them to stop what they're doing, because they might not even realize what they're doing because it's such a habit. You have to say, well, this is my life, and I really, really, really don't need any guidance, unsolicited advice, but thank you for your concern. That will just stop them right there and realize that they've stepped over the line. But if they don't stop because there's someone really close to you, then you say, look, I don't believe in other people telling other people how to live their lives because they're not walking my same path. If you would like to help me in my endeavors, then you are more than welcome. But I do not want to accept any negative energy or thoughts towards what I'm trying to accomplish. If you don't like it, then I'm very sorry for you. But at this moment in time, I'm going to have to ask you to stop talking. Okay, and then you can add your own words in there. They will get the picture. If they don't, you tell them, that's not in my belief system. I'm sorry, I cannot take any negative thoughts towards my goal right now. I need all positive thoughts. If you can't come with anything positive, then please just don't say anything at all. I don't need that. I don't want it. I reject it. I rebuke it. I rebuke it. And because they can put these thoughts in your mind. And like, for instance, a lot of people worry about how you spend your own money, and that's none of their business. Oh, you can't afford that, you shouldn't be doing that, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, is that your money? No, it's not. Did you earn that money? Did you put that money in my pocket? No, you didn't. So why should I listen to you on how to spend it? Are you a financial advisor? Because if you were, I would be seeking you out for your services, right? So you get a lot of people trying to tell you how to raise your kids. And these kids were born to me. they were put in my womb, in my world, in my life for a reason. Maybe I'm supposed to raise them the way I'm raising them. Maybe they chose to have a mother like me on the other side because of what I can teach them. Maybe, you know, that's like one of the worst things you can do is give someone parenting advice if they didn't ask you. So y'all keep that in mind. Okay. Or like, okay, say you have a dream and you just want to accomplish this goal and dream in life and people say it's silly. Well, it's silly to them because that's not their dream, and you have to remember that. And even though your dream might be silly anyway, it's still your dream and it's your choice whether to pursue it or not. You know, even in America, in the Constitution, it says you have the right to pursue happiness. You know, that's your right. Legally, that's your right. So don't let people stop you from, you know, doing you. And don't let negativity get in your way, because it's just another way to deter you from what's truly supposed to be yours. Even on the movie Pursuit of Happiness, you know, Will Smith's character had to catch himself from telling his son that he couldn't do something. You know, I catch myself all the time because that's part of growing. You have to catch yourself and turn around the sentence so it doesn't work against you. So I tell my kids they can do anything. I say you can do anything, but you got to get this math right. You got to get the spelling right, and you can do anything from that point as long as you know your field, your skill. As long as you're educated, as long as you keep trying to do your best, you can do anything. And then, you know, I say I tell my kids, I say I will not accept anything less than your best. You know, in schoolwork, I said, I don't give you my worst when I take you, you know, places, when I do your hair, when I help you, you know, with homework. I don't do my worst, so I want you to give me your best. Okay, mommy. So it's really important to teach people to do their best, to avoid negativity, and to listen to their own, you know, intuition, that little voice in their head. And that little voice in your head can be altered with negative thoughts and negative people. So you need to keep them away, because the only way you're going to get somewhere in life is not being afraid to step out there. You know, not being afraid of what other people think or how negative other people are towards what you're trying to accomplish. All you need to do is listen to yourself, you know, learn from experience. If you can learn from someone else's experience to not repeat their mistake, that's beautiful, that's fine. But remember, we all have to make mistakes in order to grow. So even though someone's been through your same situation and they're telling you to avoid it because it doesn't work out, what if it works out for you? And you avoided it because of fear, and this person didn't work out for them because it just didn't happen. But what if it works out for you? Then you would have missed a whole opportunity from negative thinking. So it's very important to stay positive, to ignore negativity from other people's mouth, to reject unsolicited advice, and to always believe in your dreams and yourself, and never do the same to anyone else. If you don't want people talking negative to you, don't talk negative to other people, because you put out that vibe, and so they think, oh well, she's negative herself, so she likes negativity, so or he likes negativity, so let me go put in my 2 cents about what they're doing. You know, no, don't put it out, you won't receive it. Okay, well, that is my video on how to handle negative people. If you have a way to handle negative people, comment, because I would like to know, because I have a few negative folks in my life that I like to handle. So, and you know, usually after you handle the situation, they realize what they've done and they will come back and apologize to you. You know, they will say, well, I wouldn't want anybody telling me anything negative either, so I understand and I'm truly sorry. And that will help them grow as well. You know, putting people in their place is not always a mean thing. It's a helpful thing, because people need to know their boundaries, you know, when it comes to advice and whatnot. So So yeah, today I'm rocking my kid jewelry. My kids made this for me. You see little earrings? My babies. Yes, this is all the line of my children. And they're so colorful and pretty. They just give you positive energy. That's why kids are always so happy and positive. They have so much positive energy. It comes through in their creations. That's why I'm wearing these today to do this video. So I hope you learned something. I hope that you continue to grow, and I hope that this video will help you put negative people in their place instead of letting their negativity seep into your life and manifest in your life. You don't want that. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very positive, prosperous day.